So I thought I'd give a little bit of an update to my YouTube story that I was talking about before about how, I was wanting to grow my YouTube channel. I've been on YouTube for about 9 years, still haven't gotten monetized, still haven't gotten to 1,000 subscribers. And the last time I did a video like this, my hope was to get to 700 subscribers. So let's see where we are. I'm clicking on view channel on my channel. And I am at 758 subscribers. So I remember when I was trying to get to 700, and now I feel like I'm well on my way to 800. I mean, it's nice to see that the number of subscribers I have is actually more than the number of videos I have, because that has not always been the way it's been. So I'm doing a lot of different things to do this. One thing that I am really not doing is I'm not listening to a lot of YouTube gurus and a lot of YouTube coaches. I'm listening to some, but I'm really looking for people that are intentional and are just, raw and authentic and not super polished, and how they're really doing it. Because I talked before about how I believe so much more in the community of YouTube than I do in a lot of other social media spaces, especially spaces that I've really spent a lot of time and effort on, because a lot of those social media companies really build their business model around engagement, and they seem to understand that bad engagement actually grows views. And I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in being there as their kicking boy so that they can get more revenue and get more eyes. That's, that whatever they want to do, that's great. But you know what? I can decide that I'm not going to be part of that. And my experience with YouTube, since they really changed the way they do the likes and things of that nature, has been much more positive. You definitely get those people out there that you're going to want to say crazy things, but there's a lot more roadblocks in the way, for people like that to really step in. And what I mean by that is, like, they no longer show the number of dislikes. It just changes your percentage. So it's a lot easier to look at, a video that it's a lot easier to look at a video and see that it's not at 100% rather than seeing how many dislikes you got. And it's kind of crazy, when I look at like the videos that get dislikes, things of like to be joyful in life. I'm like, do they not want to be joyful in life, or do they not want other? And so that's just, I don't have time. I mean, whatever you want to do, baby, is amazing. Go be you, because guess what? I'm going to go be me. And to that point, that's why I've really changed the name of my channel to Living Authentically with Pete, because I really wanted it to be about my own personal story. And, I've often, you hear all the time, find your niche and blah, 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 blah. I feel like my niche is myself and those that really correlate, in my story and with my story. That's just, the only thing I'm an expert in is me. The only thing I'm an expert in is the life experiences I've had. And when I tell people about some of the things that I have gone through and overcome, it's always very amazing to them. And it's not about me getting a super big ego. It's that I want to use my wisdom and experience in a way to help others, and also to keep in mind like what I have been through, to be able to be ready, and know that I am capable in the next moment of doing and being even more. So I'm doing lots of different things, and these are all things that really inspire me, and that's music videos. I'm really having a lot of fun with those things, creating a lot of different types of content, including, I've been creating content for my grandson, who's only not even 6 months old yet. So I've been creating lots of things for him because I want him to know how much I already adore and love him and how important he is to me. And I want him to have that legacy. And I've been creating a lot of books, and I already had like a lot of Udemy courses, but I'm really starting to go back and really kind of build those up again. But I know that I have to have passion in any project I have. And every time I've listened to a guru or bought a program or gone to a webinar or gone to because I've gone to I've gone to conferences that cost me thousands of dollars to join the program, and then cost me tons of money to fly there and get hotels and the whole thing. I have done the things, baby. And I've started to hear these very common sort of things to where I understand that a lot of these coaches have the same coach, because you start hearing the same information. You start getting the same types of sale tactics. And, if that's the way they grow their business, that's amazing. But what's happened for me is as soon as I start hearing that, I know exactly what I'm going to get. And I know I've already spent tons of money on that type of thing, and it hasn't done me any good. Now, that's my experience. I get to talk about my experience however I want to, and you get to talk about your experience. If it's been amazing for you, that's great. But I've also have gone back and really done a lot of research on it. And I found that in those programs that I researched, the percentage of actual people, sorry, my low battery light came on. The actual people who have actually been successful in these programs is very small. Very, 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 very small. So I know that the only way that I can be success can be just that I'm having fun and I'm enjoying it, and who knows how it comes out. Who knows what comes from it? Maybe I get a successful YouTube channel. Maybe I'm already been asked by a company to help them with their social media. I might be doing that. I don't know. I've even thought about possibly posting on here, going through some different things of like, how am I creating the music? How am I creating these different videos that I create and like the different like live stream technology that I use? How am I creating the Amazon KDP books that I've done? How am I creating the Udemy books? Like, how is all of that? Because when I look back at my experience, I used to run 3 internet radio stations, and I've had lots of my own like podcasts and radio shows. I've got like 6 YouTube channels. So I'm kind of used to seeing myself on camera. I'm kind of used to my own voice and things of that nature. And I'm really, really enjoying a lot of the new technology. It's just really fun to work with and play with. But I believe that it can be used very intentionally. It can be used to help us to get our voice out there. And one thing that's really helped me with is that I'm really, believe it or not, a social introvert. Like I like being on stage. I like talking, but if I'm in a large crowd and it's very loud and I'm not really like an integral part of it, I like to just sort of shrink to the back. And I also have to I never knew how much downtime I needed, how much time just alone that I need. And that can be really hard when you want to be a content creator. So what a lot of this technology, especially like 11 Labs, where I've professionally cloned my voice, what it allows me to do is it allows me to continue to create even when I feel like I can't go on camera, or even when I feel like I can't hear my voice one more time saying something. It allows me to be because sometimes it's a little bit easier to type things and get, scripts together, and then let someone or something else read it off for me. And then I tend, because it's my words and I'm hearing it back in my voice, it tends to give me a lot of, upliftment. So anyway, of course I got to get to 1,000 subscribers. I have the watch hours. The one other thing that is like holding me back is that I think is in 2023, I had put I'd put a live stream video on there, and I had gotten I believe it was a sound note I'd gotten off of Pixabay that said it was free to use. So I had used that, and then I had walked away from the live stream and I'd let it run while I was at work, and did not know that there was a copyright claim that came up on YouTube while I was there. And so they shut down the live stream, and they didn't give me a strike. They gave me a warning. And I didn't know, this was in October of 2023. I didn't know that I was supposed to take a class for it. I think it just sort of like shut me down, because at that time I was going through a lot of things. My brother, who had to have 24/7 care, who just passed away a couple months ago, he was, it was a rough time for him. I just had a lot going on, and I just did not have the bandwidth to deal with, something I thought because what I'd put on there was this meditation stream, and that I was kind of tuning in with. And, so it was a very intentional thing I had done. And then when it didn't come out the way it was, I just couldn't quite handle it at the moment. So suffice that to say that you're supposed to take a little class on YouTube if you get one of these warnings. And then that kind of clears it after, I think, 90 days or something like that. So I didn't take the class until October of 2024. So that does not go away until January 15th, I think it is, of this year. So I can't even get monetized until then. So kind of my back goal is I would love to be at 1,000 subscribers by the time that clears. Now this is the 5th, so we're talking 10 days from now. So we're talking 242 subscribers, which to a lot of people isn't a lot. But, you know, I was at just 400 something subscribers just a few months ago. So, you know, it's my intention. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers by the 15th, because I already have the watch hours, and then I could work on being monetized, and that would be just like a huge boon for me. Would I make a lot of money? You know, who knows? But it would be just like a nice hallmark to be at, because I don't know where this all leads. So anyway, that's just kind of a long form. I wanted to kind of give another clue in of like where I was. You know, I'm way past 700, which, you know, yay me. That for me is huge. On my way to 800 soon. I think I will get there. I'm noticing what seems to get me the most subscribers, and it's kind of a mix of things. And I'm also saying, like, can I produce more of those? And luckily, the things that are really getting me the best subscribers are actually the things that I like, which is really interesting, because I think my passion is coming through in those things. So I'm finding more effective ways that I can make those things happen. We more easily tech things, you know, because I do have a full-time job. I've got a relationship. I have a house. You know, we just moved into a new house. And so, of course, there's 300 million things that are, you know, needing to be taken care of in it. It looked perfectly good when we went through the final walkthrough. And now we've gotten here, like, so many things are like started just kind of tearing up. It's like, wow, a little overwhelming. Anyway. And my brother just passing away a couple months ago. That's been super overwhelming. But anyway, so suffice it to say, it is my intention, and I'm setting the goal to, you know, get this done. However, I have to also be mindful that, you know, I'm also a human being, and I can only do so much at one time. So anyway, if anybody's been listening to this, you know, Grandpa Ramble, I'm so excited that's a new thing, because good heavens, that's me in a nutshell. I really appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to support your YouTube journey, I hope that you will let me know, because I do truly believe that this can be and is a community where we can find those that we can gather together, and we can find that support with each other. Much more so, I really think, for me personally, than any other social media that's out there, really. I feel seen. I feel supported. And it's all about just me showing up and, you know, doing the work, which I'm more than willing to do. So let me know your journey, how I can be of support to you. And thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, and comment. And until later, love, peace, and release.